All of us who play pickleball want our points to end like this, with a 1-2 punch, and then hands up in the air because we're happy that we had a good point there. What we forget about is the things that happen before the 1-2 punch and make the 1-2 punch possible. In this point, what you're going to see is the players on the right here, Bob and Charlotte, stay back when Melinda on the left is hitting a nice punch volley at them. Then Bob executes a nice third shot and is able to bring them forward so that they can execute the 1-2 punch that you just saw. It's important to remember the building blocks that are necessary in order to then get the results that we're looking for. Today's video is about one of those important building blocks, which is not attacking prematurely until you're in a good position to commence your attack. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about when to attack. Oftentimes in pickleball points, the serving team attacks prematurely or out of position, resulting in the return team having too easy an opportunity to basically side out the serving team. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about how the serving team can make adjustments to their game to avoid that error and improve their results. Before we get started, you might notice I have a new hat on today. This is our new head sweats hat that we have at Into Pickle. It's a really nice hat. It has a sweatband built into it, so it keeps the sweat off your brow and off your eyes, out of your eyes. If you like the hat, we have them in blue, gray, and white. I think I have the gray one on today. So if you like them, go to our site, www.intopickle.com, and pick one up. If you're watching this video, if you watch any of our other videos, then you're a student of the game. You're serious about getting better at pickleball. What I suggest to you is that you subscribe to our channel below. If you do so and click the notification bell, what will happen is you will get notified when we put new videos out there, and so you can stay on top of everything that we're doing in terms of new skills, new strategy. This is a developing sport. New things are coming up all the time, and we're trying to stay up with it, and we're trying to keep you up with it as well. In a minute, I'm going to show you some match play where you're going to see how the error manifests during actual gameplay. But let me set the stage for it first by explaining what I'm talking about. What happens is when you're the serving team, you're at a disadvantage at the beginning of the point. The return team, one player is already at the no volley zone line. The other player should be out there before you hit the ball or about the same time you're hitting the ball. And so you're at a disadvantage from the get-go, in other words, from start. So what you want to do is you want to basically find a way to neutralize the return team's advantage. What a lot of times serving teams do is they'll try and start attacking either from behind the baseline or in transition zone, what's sometimes referred to as no man or no woman's land. So that's the area between the baseline or the back of the court and the no volley zone. So players will start attacking either at the baseline or in the middle, and that's just a really hard spot to win a point from. So what you want to do when you're playing pickleball and you're on the serve side of the court is what you want to do is you want to look at neutralizing the advantage given to the return team. Again, the return team in pickleball has the advantage, so the key for your play as a serving team is to neutralize that advantage. Once you get up to the no volley zone line, then you can start thinking of winning the point. So the key to this technique, if you will, of this approach to the game is don't try and win the point too early. Don't try and win the point. Don't try and win the point. Don't try and win the point. You're up at the no volley zone line, then you try and win the point. Let's look at some match play so you can better understand how the concept works in actual game time situations. So what we're looking for here is we're looking to minimize the error of attacking from a no person's land, basically getting stuck back there. Here you're going to see Bob and Charlotte on the right here. They start moving up, but they never really get set up there. They just basically start attacking, and then the ball ultimately gets put away by Marty there on the left. In this point, you're going to see Melinda on the right. Her first touch at the ball, which is in no person's land or no man's land, she's basically going to attack it, and you'll see how it ends up lifting the ball. Charlotte gets a high ball here. Charlotte can just volley it and put it away. In this next point, what you're going to see is Charlotte's at the baseline, and her first touch of the ball is a drive from behind the baseline. It's very hard to win the point from that spot. There's a volley that goes deep. Charlotte then tries to attack it again. I pause it here so you can see the relative positions of Bob and Charlotte on the left and Marty and Melinda on the right. Marty and Melinda are in a much better position than Charlotte and Bob are here. So attacking from Bob and Charlotte's position is not what you want to do. What you want to do is get up, and we'll talk about that in a second, but you want to get up to the line so that you're even, or at least have an equal chance as Marty and Melinda to win the point before you attack. Melinda misses the volley, but the point of this is you don't want to get stuck back attacking the players up at the no volley zone. The players at the no volley zone have the advantage. Just respect that and try and neutralize the point instead of trying to attack. Here, the first contact with the ball by Marty and Melinda is a good third shot by Marty. They move forward. Melinda and Marty move forward. The problem here happens at this point where Melinda tries to attack this ball. She's still in the transition zone and she's trying to attack the ball, ends up floating it up to Charlotte. Charlotte misses the put away, but you don't want to live in a world where you're trying to rely on a player at the no volley zone missing put away shots in order to win a point. A better tactic there is for Melinda to reset that shot into the kitchen and allow herself and Marty to move up to the kitchen and neutralize the advantage that Bob and Charlotte have. Let's look at that point one more time. I'd be remiss not to point out another error that occurs when you attack from the transition zone or before you've neutralized the advantage of the return team. If you look here, when Melinda makes contact with the ball is actually underneath the top of the net. That means that Melinda has to hit up on the ball if she's going to avoid the net. By hitting up on it, look what happens when the ball clears the net. Now Charlotte's able to hit a high ball back down at Marty and Melinda. You don't want to hit balls low to high. You want to hit balls high to low or attack balls high to low. So try not to attack from in no man's land, particularly when you have a ball that's underneath the net, so you avoid lifting it up into your opponent's strike zone. This next point's an example of just kind of getting stuck in the transition zone here. You're going to see Melinda run around a ball here to hit a forehand. She does a decent job with that ball. This one here, she picks up a little bit and floats up, and that starts kind of a barrage from Charlotte and Bob, keeping Marty in her back, and then that's the end of the point there, with Marty and Melinda never really able to come forward. What you want to do, instead of getting stuck in no man's land or attacking from transition zone, is you want to try and neutralize the advantage of the return team. In this next point, what you're going to see is Melinda and Marty successfully neutralize the advantage that Bob and Charlotte have. So they basically are able to come up, they achieve their objective up at the no volley zone, and then Melinda can attack the ball. Now she misses the shot, but the point is that she's able to hit the shot that she wants to hit there. So she's in a position where she can then attack from there and hopefully win the point. The key again is to neutralize the advantage of the return team before starting the attack. In this next point, again, you're going to see Marty and Melinda neutralize the advantage that Bob and Charlotte have in the point by moving forward and ultimately getting into a dink contest that they're able to succeed on. Another way to think about the concept of neutralizing the point is flipping the script. So the point starts off with the return team, in this case, Marty and Melinda with the advantage because they're up at the no volley zone, as you can see here. Charlotte and Bob are trying to neutralize their advantage or flip the script on them, so basically become the offensive team instead of the defensive team. Bob's first shot here is a little bit high. It doesn't really do anything, but Charlotte and Bob do a good job of staying back and getting ready for the next shot. Bob's fifth shot, or the second shot he hits with the fifth shot of the point, is a nice low ball, nice low dink that allows Charlotte and Bob to then come in. Now, as they've come in, they start to turn the script on Marty and Melinda, with Bob and Charlotte becoming the offensive players in the point and ultimately winning the point. Remember that before you can finish the point with a nice slam or a nice overhead, you need to make sure that you have good fundamentals so you can neutralize the advantage of the return team and get up to the no volley zone. Next time you're out there, try and work on neutralizing the advantage of the return team before you attack, and it'll definitely improve your results. Good luck out there.